Every American community has those things it likes to boast about. Here's Boston, Massachusetts, for example. It has much that its citizens point to with pride. Is that correct, sir?
That is unquestionably true. Here in Boston, we're rightly noted for learning and culture. In addition to Harvard College and other excellent educational institutions, I personally feel there is much of cultural interest in our many old cemeteries. These cemeteries contain the graves of Boston.
Thank you. Now the Deep South.
Well, sir, Savannah, Georgia, sir, is, if I might say so, sir, one of the leading cotton ports on the Atlantic seaboard. But more than that, sir, Savannah, sir, is a dwelling place of beautiful ladies, the fairest of their sex. Savannah females,
That's
sir.
splendid, sir. Now let's consider Brooklyn, New York, that home of 3 million souls just across the river from Manhattan. And this chap with the paper looks like a typical citizen. Pardon me, my friend.
Huh?
What civic enterprise is Brooklyn proud of?
What's that again, Bud?
What's Brooklyn got that no other city's got?
What's Brooklyn got? The Dodgers.
Beg pardon?
The Dodgers. The Brooklyn Baseball Club. Hey, did you see what happened yesterday? We was playing St. Louis and it's 3-all going into the third inning. When they feed Dixie Walker a fast one. On the inside. Hey, you should have...
Dixie just waits. See? Then he sucks it over the fence.
Yeah, I was listening on the radio. 400 feet Dixie hit that one.
400 feet. And the umpire calls it a foul ball.
That ball was fair, Sergeant. Certainly. Certainly the umpire. Listen, Sergeant, I know a robber when I see one, don't I?
Boy, I'd like to hear what Leah tore that up. Bet you was plenty.
They had no right to put DeRocher out of that game, girls. We need Leo in there when we're fighting for a pennant.
Listen, gentlemen, I'm from New York, and I know what I'm talking about. That DeRocher, he's a terrible manager. And the Dodgers? Why, they're a terrible team. They're just lucky, that's all. I've been following baseball for years, and gentlemen, I say, those Dodgers are just a bunch of... No, I didn't say anything. You...
Yes, there's a real love affair between the natives of Brooklyn and their baseball team. A big romance that centers on a simple stadium by the Gowanus Canal. The daily doings of manager Leo Lippy DeRocher, there he is, fellas, and his heroes are part of the lives of all who live in Flatbush, which is Brooklyn's other name. How's the team hitting? Find out at any dinner table. What's Stanky's average? Everybody knows that. How's Schultz doing at first? The whole town will tell you. And Pistol Pete Reeser, why, he could be mayor, or maybe Pee Wee Reese could if Brooklyn weren't just a borough of New York City, a borough that's the world's greatest baseball town. Where else do individual players have their own fan club? And where else do you find fans like these? Plain, ordinary citizens, housewives, and working people, until game time. Brooklyn, as elsewhere, the language of love is music. These spectators are more than just part of a grandstand crowd. They're part of a national phenomenon, an entire city population whose spirits rise or fall with Dodger fortune. It's always tense when DeRocher gives final instructions, but especially when the Dodgers take the field against the New York Giants. Press and radio are well represented. Here's a vital part of the team and the town. Famous Red Barber with Connie Desmond.
Kirby Higbee, the strong-arm right-hander, is DeRocher's choice this afternoon in another one of these tough tussles in baseball's bitterest rivalry, the New York Giants over at Ebbets Field. Mike Budnick, who is the pitcher for Art right now, is up there and takes a called strike. He's a right-hand batter.
Higby, right-hander, wears number 13. Comes down on the outside for ball 1. His next one's right through there for a called second strike.
Kirby, ready to go, 1 and 2. Delivers, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3, and it's another K in the scorebook.
And that's how the game goes. Inning after inning, something doing every minute, because this is a fighting team representing a fighting town. Uh-oh, something wrong? Lucky there's a fighting manager on hand. DeRocher's had plenty of experience with umpires. That's right, Leo. Don't let him get away with it. Well, that's that. Brooklyn has not been a frequent pennant winner, but regardless of whether the team's up there or down in the second division, it makes little difference to the populace because the Dodgers have always had another close one. DeRocher's not a playing manager, but what with one thing and another, he spends a good deal of time on the field. Can't get satisfaction one place, he tries another. This gives you a rough idea why Leo is known as Lippy. He has one of the finest vocabularies in baseball. Well, as we were saying, the Dodgers have always had color, whether they've been contenders or whether... Well, looks like more trouble. This is what's known in Flatbush as a rhubarb. DeRocher's out there fighting like this. He's fighting for more than his team. He's fighting for all of Brooklyn because the Dodgers are Brooklyn, even after the game is over.
Well, we never should have lost that one. And he was dropped.
They did us dirt. I don't usually play Schultz that way. If I'd have had Rosa where he should have been instead of pulling him in close into the infield, we'd have scored. That's a fact.
As a practical illustration of Einstein's basic theory of relativity, let's assume, as you did this afternoon, that Schultz hits a short one over second base, while at the same time Reeser is approaching the home plate at a rate of speed
Under ordinary circumstances, Schultz would have got at least a single, maybe a double, maybe even a triple.
He was due for one. He ain't had a hit in his last 10 times at bat.
Just one more run, that's all they needed.
And they had it on third base. It's the most terrible thing I ever heard of.
Well, they can still win the next one.
They gotta win. They gotta!
And so, with the new and we hope better day about to dawn, let us say farewell to Brooklyn, a city and a ball team, all in one.